This ground beef and cabbage dinner with sweet potatoes and rice checks all of the boxes. It is an easy, nutrient-dense, well-balanced meal for a quick dinner. So come on, make dinner with me. We're going to start with all of the prep. You're going to slice up 1 small red onion and 1 red bell pepper into thin strips. Then mince 3 cloves of garlic. Grab about a half of a head of cabbage and slice it thin by hand. Next, you're going to shred 2 to 3 medium carrots either with a grater or you can cut them into thin strips by hand. It's really up to you, but honestly, using a cheese grater is my favorite way to incorporate carrots into my meals because it just makes my life easier. By the time I'm done working and everything else, and then I have to cook dinner, if I can just optimize one step, it just makes it much more enjoyable. So now for your seasonings, you're going to mix together 1 teaspoon of salt, half of a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon smoked paprika, half of a teaspoon chili powder, and a pinch of espresso powder. I think I used about 1/4 of a teaspoon. I know it sounds strange, but trust me, it adds depth. Next, you're going to prepare your sweet potatoes. So clean, peel, and slice your sweet potatoes into 1/2-inch rounds. Try to cut them into similar sizes just so that they cook as evenly as possible. Once you've cut them all up, you're going to toss them in a large bowl with olive oil, garlic powder, smoked paprika, salt, and pepper. Place these in your preheated 400-degree oven for about 30 minutes, flipping halfway through until they're golden and tender. Next, you're going to heat about 1 tablespoon of olive oil in a big skillet and saute your onion and bell pepper for about 5 minutes until they're soft. Add in your garlic and cook for another 30 seconds. Then scoot your veggies to the side. I just scooted them halfway through the pan and toss in 1 pound of lean ground beef and brown it all the way through, making sure to break it up and let it get that nice caramelized color. If you're not using a lean beef, you're probably going to want to drain off any excess fat. Once your beef is completely cooked through, you're going to mix it with the rest of the veggies in your pan and then add in your spice blend, along with 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Make sure to mix this in really well so that both the beef and the veggies are coated very well in flavor. Next, you're going to stir in your sliced cabbage and shredded carrots. Mix it all together and then pour in 1 cup of beef broth, 2 tablespoons of W sauce, and 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Mix that all together and then cover and simmer for 10 to 12 minutes until everything's tender. Next, you're going to uncover and cook for a few more minutes to reduce the liquid. Normally, I would also add chopped toasted walnuts for a little bit of a crunch. I didn't do it this time, but if you want to, I highly recommend toasting 1/4 cup of walnuts and tossing them in. Make sure to taste and adjust for flavor if you desire a little bit more salt